Got it.
All right, we're at the last phase of the inductive Bible study method, the application.
Yeah.
So we've seen what there is to see from the text. We've taken those observations and worked questions out of them.
Yep, interpreted. Yeah.
And now we take those questions and
now we figure out like what is like this main truth, or like, you know, the question that we asked before is what is the text trying to tell us? Well, now we know, or at least we have some kind of idea of how we can then apply these truths from this text. And so a lot of times we'll do like a take-home truth, or sometimes we call it like a tweetable truth. So it's like a sentence, or it's just saying like, what is one thing that I know is true after studying this passage?
That's good.
And then from that, we can apply that to our lives.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and use the observation we made with Jesus told them to come.
Yep.
And then the question that we asked from that was, what is he inviting them to do?
Right.
And so now the application is we try to work on discovering what that is.
Yeah. So let's kind of go back. So it says Jesus tells them to come, but then after that he says, and you will see. So then there's something, he's responding to a question. So if we look back in the text, the disciples ask him, or the people that I guess are following him, because, well, it says 2 disciples, I suppose. So they're disciples. They ask Jesus, like, where are you staying? And Jesus says, come and see. So now that answered our question of where are they going? Like, what is Jesus inviting them to?
He's inviting them to see where he's staying.
Exactly. Yep. And then out of that, we see more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says, so they went and saw where he was staying, and they spent the day with him. And so what we can do then is say, okay, so their initial question was, where are you staying?
Right.
Jesus' response was, come and see. He didn't just say, hey, I'm staying at this guy's house. Or he actually invited them to join him. Mm-hmm. And then when they did, they ended up staying the whole day. It wasn't just like, oh, good to know.
See you later.
And so just that initial question of Jesus begins a relationship with him.
Yeah. And then if you even, going back to your observation about Andrew inviting his brother, like we see that from that relationship, there's more relationship that grows.
Right.
Yeah. And he invites his brother as well to come and see who Jesus is.
Yeah. And so I think for me, the tweetable truth, I love that, would be the beginning of a relationship with Jesus can start with a question.
Right. Yeah, I love that.
I look at this and I say, these people's relationship with Jesus started just by asking him a question.
Right.
And so I walk away from this of saying, man, there's power and there's like goodness in asking questions to Jesus.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really love that. And I think sometimes we can be kind of scared to ask questions because we feel like we don't know enough, or it shows kind of like our weakness, or, you know, like what we don't know. But we see here that Jesus, you know, and uses that question to then further bring understanding, but also relationship, which we see throughout the Gospels and throughout a lot of script, like all of Scripture. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure you have more questions, and if you do, or if you run into some other complications with your groups or just in your own understanding or study of inductive method, always email me or call me. We have Taylor's around. We can invite her back for more of these videos. I'm sure she'd love to talk to you as well. So thank you so much. And thank you for asking questions and leading students in study of Scripture.